Welcome to chapter 1 of section 1, the right equipment. Now this video is going to be breaking down the 3 main topics in this section, so pay attention. Starting off with the budget. What kind of budget do you actually need to get started? Now I get asked this question a lot because everyone asks me, what kind of camera do I use? Or what kind of microphone do I use? Or what kind of lights do I have? To answer your question, no, you don't need a budget. In fact, I used my iPhone when I first got started and a really shitty mic. But it ended up working out for me and I still got millions of views even without a nice camera. So don't think that it's all about the equipment. However, most of you motherfuckers that did buy this course probably do have some sort of budget. So I'm gonna be going over the exact equipment that I use that you should also be using. Now, you should allocate a budget of at least $3,500 for this, but as always, it's not up to me whether or not you get the nice equipment. It just helps. But don't think it's the main factor when it comes to actually shooting great content, because at the end of the day, it's your value that counts. But let's start off with what type of camera I use. Starting with the Sony a7 Alpha 4. Now this camera is a great option for when you're first starting out, and in fact, it's the exact camera I used when I got started. The camera I'm currently shooting on is a Sony FX3, but you can get that later on once you get really good at it after this course. Now what's the price of the Sony a7 Alpha 4? It costs around $2,298 when you go shop on Amazon, and for the FX3, if you are interested, it's about $4,000 flat, which is a lot of money. But you have to understand, it's all an investment at the end of the day. Now moving on to the mics. What kind of mics do I use specifically? Now the mic I'm currently using right now is called the Sony UWP D21 mic, and it actually works wonderfully. In fact, it's the mic that most YouTubers use when vlogging or even doing pranks. But it's not necessary for this type of content. I only bought it because I have a lot of experience, like I said, and I wanted to upgrade. This mic though, if you're interested, costs about $500 and you can find it on Amazon. But the microphone I think is the better option, and what everyone else uses is called the Rode Wireless Go 2 mic. And this is by far the most popular one I've seen. The cost of this is gonna be about $170 for a single channel or microphone on Amazon. Now, if you do get a Sony camera, which I highly recommend, you should get this exact lens that I'm currently using. And it's called the Sony G Master FE 24 to 70mm lens. The cost of this is about $1,600 and you can find this on Amazon. But any G Master lens in general from Sony is really, really good. That's all the equipment I use, but once again, to just remind you, you don't need a nice setup, you don't need a nice camera to get started. I used my iPhone when I first got started and I still got millions of views, just to reiterate. And it's true, at the end of the day, your value is what's most important. And I'm gonna teach you exactly how you can create great content with just your iPhone. Because I've seen hundreds and hundreds of business owners and creators use an iPhone to get started. The last thing I want to go over in this section is the question that I get asked a lot. How do I maximize my potential with limited resources? Now, kind of going back to all the equipment and everything you need, if you're someone that just does not have the budget at all and doesn't want to spend any money, like I said, that's totally fine. So here's exactly what you should be trying to do. And actually, matter of fact, this is something that everyone watching this should be doing, regardless of whether or not you have the budget. You should be practicing your script writing, writing out your hooks, your editing skills, even studying your own niche, because at the end of the day, that's how you create viral video ideas, which I'm gonna cover later on in this course. But if you're a serious business owner, coach, consultant, agency owner that actually does want to go viral, then it's essential that you do your own due diligence of actually studying how this game works. Because just like running a business, you gotta put the work in. Anyways, that's all the info we're gonna be going over in this exact section. And like I said earlier, if you do wanna check out the products that I did list in this video, check out the links right here in the description. You can also check out the notes from this section down below. All right, we'll see you guys soon.